coming in third on the list, we have Batman. Frank.
Yes.
You are the expert on Batman here right now. More than the expert. Who was your favorite Batman? Who was your favorite person that has played Batman?
Batman really is an impossibly versatile character. You can't break him. I mean, there have been versions of him cast again and again across decades, and they all work. Of the TV and screen versions, I can't really fault any of them.
Mm-hmm. So Kilmer? You're telling me Kilmer's probably your favorite then, right?
No, but I like Nolan's a great deal. Mm-hmm. But I was raised on that clunky old Adam West show. At the time, that was a brilliant version. I don't go out of my way to watch it now, I've watched the various screen versions of it, and none of them have. They've only been bad if the movie itself has been bad. Mm-hmm. There hasn't been an interpretation of it where I've said this is a terrible version of Batman, because as long as he's not a bad guy, and as long as he needs a couple of things to make him work. I mean, he needs the big cave, and we got to be reminded him that he's the one guy of all these superheroes who needs a car.
What was your inspiration for The Dark Knight Returns?
It's very simple. I was approaching the age of 30 and was terrified of it, so I had to make Batman older than me because he had been eternally 29. Beyond that, I was approached by DC Comics to do a new interpretation of Batman, and it was like getting the keys to the Golden Kingdom. They gave me a tremendous amount of latitude on what I could do. So I got to play with all these wonderful old toys, but reinterpret them in different ways and update them, because the character hadn't been updated since the 1960s. So there was a lot of room. I found that all these old toys worked, all the old villains worked, but they needed more than cosmetic surgery. A lot of them needed new spines.
How would you define those spines?
Just that I had to make you scared of the Joker again. Mm-hmm. He turned into a funny guy in a clown suit, and I had to make him a serial killer, someone whose laughter would scare the crap out of you instead of making you think that he was just a buffoon.
You're currently at work on The Dark Knight 3: The Master Race. What can fans expect from that?
It's a further exploration of all of the same material, and the ongoing sort of a torturous friendship between Superman and Batman. And you can certainly count on carrying on the Dark Knight trademark of at least one time in which Batman beats the snot out of Superman.
Finally, let's get there.
Every single Dark Knight's a guarantee.
I think The Dark Knight really took it there. I mean, it was gritty, it was dark, it was intense, and I think that other adaptations that came, after that, whether directly or indirectly, they were inspired and influenced by that. Mm-hmm. Luke Cage being one of them. We go there, we're gritty, it's dark, but in our own way. But I definitely think that we were influenced by that.
Sean, do you have a favorite Batman story?
Well, The Dark Knight, the graphic novel, and The Dark Knight Returns is incredible. The Killing Joke is fantastic. I think those are my top two, probably.